So, hello everyone. We are here with Shim. He wrote a blog post for 5,000 cities. Shim, present yourself. Yes, tell us a little more about you, just to know you a little more.
Thank you, Delphina, and pleased to be on this stream. My name is Jimmy, as you rightly say. I'm calling from Kenya, precisely Nairobi, which is the capital of the country. And basically, my background entails working in the finance department of a university incubator, which I've done for the last three of 3 to 4 years. Prior to that, I was in the SME sector. I worked in operations, various roles, and basically been privileged to work in a business and in a business setup and understand the nooks and crannies of businesses. Yes. So currently, in my role, I'm also involved in helping ventures that are coming through the incubator. I'm also involved in basically positioning those ventures. So done a couple of things over the last year specifically, which I'll be very glad to talk about as we go along.
Great. Yes, we are going. I'm going to make some questions to Jimmy, and we are going to talk a little bit more about his blog post that you will find them
Yeah.
in the. You will find the link of the video here in the description of this video. So starting, so you led a venture with two accelerators related with a clean energy solution. How was the
Yes.
experience of being involved with this kind of project?
Okay, all right. Probably let me just track back on how that came up. As I mentioned, I work for University Incubator, and we have a couple of ideas that are coming through the platform that I work for. And this was one of the ideas that we've been working on for a while. And it's basically a biogas-based solution. And in Kenya, the problem that we're trying to solve is deforestation. Since 1963, when the country got its independence, we've had 50% of the forest cover uh, reducing. Yeah, and every year it keeps getting worse. So basically, we're trying to push this solution out there as an alternative to fossil fuels, given that a huge chunk of our population basically has livestock, which can be used to power this device. So uh, the reason we got into this accelerator is it's an affordable housing accelerator. The reason we got into it was because we were trying to basically get into that ecosystem with other players within the shelter space. Basically, try and see how we can plug into that space. And glad to report that it was actually quite fruitful. We are currently in the process of getting mentored. We actually had a session yesterday, and we'll have another one over the next week. So founders are actually getting a lot of value from that. And as an incubator, we're also getting a lot of value because we're also drawing support from the organizers of that accelerator to come to our setup and basically to replicate the accelerator within our ecosystem, because we also have other founders within the ecosystem who could benefit from such a program. Yes. So the other thing that I probably didn't mention is also I was also onboarded as an expert. With Kenya National Innovation Agency, and that's the other thing that I also handle. And I'm also involved in several startups. Sorry about the disjointed introduction. Yeah,
Yes. Yes. So while you answer the second question, I'm going to share my screen and just to show your blog
sure.
post, your, yes, what, for
So
5,000 cities. So, what was the project you enjoyed the most working on with your team?
I draw immense pleasure from working on ventures. A lot of times we find that we have students coming in and they have very, very wonderful ideas, very amazing ideas. So that guidance that they need just to get from point A to point B, to get closer to basically going to market and commercializing that particular idea that they're exploring has always given me pleasure. So That's one thing that I draw a lot of pleasure from. Just trying to get ventures to actually commercialize or to get to a further stage down along that road.
Yes, I don't know. Sorry if you mentioned and I couldn't hear. How long have you
Sure.
been working with ventures and with this type of startups or companies?
So this is my third year, heading into my fourth, but I've really been active, I would say, over the last 2 years, especially after post-COVID.
Ah, okay. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so here you can see like Shimi's blog post, and you can read more about. If you want to know anything else, you can contact him. Here you can go to his profile of LinkedIn. So if you have any questions, you can go there. So we continue with our
Sure.
questions. So one question. How are ecological projects in your city? Maybe just talking more about startups and companies there in your city and your country.
Wow. Wow. Nairobi is known as the hub of innovation in Africa. Second probably only to Lagos and Cape Town. Yeah, so we are classified as a tier one city when it comes to hubs because we have over 20 to between 20 to 40 hubs. We actually have 30 hubs. Yeah, and they're basically strewn across the city. One of the earliest hubs was iHub, and it sort of led this whole innovation ecosystem building work, because initially the startups that came out of iHub actually have grown quite a bit. We had Ushahidi, which was actually used in Haiti during the earthquake there. Basically, it was a USSD. It's a USSD technology, USSD based technology, basically just to try and do incident reporting and
Mhm.
get help when it's needed. So some of these solutions that came out of iHub and out of other hubs within the city have actually propelled and put Kenya on the global map when it comes to technology. As you guys know, we have been doing mobile money for the longest time. We've been doing digital currencies for the longest time. Uh, M-Pesa basically was, I think, the first mobile wallet, and a lot of innovations have come on the cusp of M-Pesa. Yeah, so things to do with mobile lending, whether it's basically uh, e-commerce or other sort of transactions. We have pay bills and tills. Basically, try and simplify commerce, and all of these innovations have happened within the hubs at Nairobi. Actually, even the corporates were at some point very, very and up to this date, actually, they're very, very supportive of the ecosystem because they have drawn a lot of benefit from that very ecosystem. Yes, and then the other thing that's worth mentioning is that government has also followed suit in terms of ensuring that the ecosystem works and it functions well. So sometime in 2021, we had a startup bill which was going through the motions. Uh, Sadly, it couldn't get ratified before the 12th parliament ceased to exist. But we have a 13th parliament now, and hopefully we'll get that aligned and also ratified. What they did is they went to the ecosystem and tried to get thoughts from the ecosystem, and that really helped basically solidify the document. The other thing that basically is worth mentioning also is that the current governor of the city was actually the proponent of that startup bill. So
Mm.
we hope that, given that he's just gotten into the helm of leadership within the city, that innovation hubs, and innovation will be put at the forefront. Yes. So we also have presence of major organizations. one called KTN Global, for instance. Keppel usually send representatives in the country. We have a lot of funding coming in.
Mm.
Recently, our IC alumni who's based in Kenya got funding to the tune of $40 million, I think, somewhere around that figure. We also have another fintech that got $10 million, women founder, female founder rather, which was actually quite commendable. So a lot of activity, a lot of traction within the city when it comes to startups, and universities are also following suit. Universities within the Nairobi metropolitan area uh, all have an incubation wing that they're trying to ensure that the graduates that they produce are not just graduates also seeking employment, but others could also be creators of jobs, and basically economic players, even
Yeah.
without having to do a white collar job. Yeah,
So that's like really interesting. Thank you for all the information that
yeah,
I didn't know, and a lot of people like didn't know, like they are
yes.
watching now.
There's
So
something you need to watch out for. Sorry for cutting you,
yes,
Delphina.
yes,
Something you
no,
need to
yes,
watch out for. Last year was the inaugural, because I'm involved with Kenya as a member of the pool of experts. Last year they had an inaugural Kenya Innovation Week, which was held in Nairobi. So there will be a second edition this week, and already the circuit has started because there are various events that lead up to the main affair, which is usually in the first week of December. Yeah, so that's something to watch out for. Kenya National Innovation Agency has been very, very instrumental when it comes to pushing the innovation agenda, and it's a government agency. Again, just to point out that Kenyan government is very, very focused on ensuring that uh, innovation is put at the forefront and startups actually thrive. So Kenya National Innovation Agency is basically uh, uh, tasked with ensuring that that ecosystem thrives, and it's been doing a lot, getting universities to work together, to work with the industry. And one of the things that it's doing is also that Kenya Innovation Week, basically to try to get now local players and international players on the same platform. So they have pitching sessions, they have mentorship sessions, they have basically talks, and it's a very comprehensive program that they usually
yes.
have, and they're building
It
on it.
seems
Yeah.
it seems like it's growing a lot, and it will continue growing, like these kind of events that you mentioned. So it's like
Yes.
great
Yes.
to see how
Yeah.
like every
I'll,
like
I'll, I'll,
environment.
I'll, yes, I'll do something about it. Actually, I need to do something about it, just to highlight it on 5,000 cities. Yeah, so that now uh, maybe cities in Argentina could borrow a leaf.
Yes, cities in Argentina. Yes, sure.
Yeah.
But
Actually, I forgot to mention one of our major partners is actually Argentinian, a company called Positivo BGH.
I didn't hear like that. Yes, I didn't know.
Yeah. It's we work with them. We actually had a very huge major project, a NetTech project, and they were very instrumental in basically getting us to roll it out. And the other thing that they did, and we are very glad and appreciative of your country, is that they also sort of had a transfer of technology and transfer of knowledge. Yeah, so we had local knowledge transfers happening, and we're forever glad and grateful for that.
Yeah, it's like great to hear that like great news from Argentina. That like it's like there are a lot of bad news here, but it's like great to see like your
Really?
and your comments.
Wow.
Thank you very much for everything you talk about and you've told us, and for your blog on 5,000 cities. So here we end up our streaming, and thank you very much, Shimi. Thank you for all, and well, see you soon.
Thank you, Delphina. It was a pleasure being on this platform. Sorry for the technical hitches again, but
No,
hopefully we will keep having these conversations. looking forward to hearing more about other cities and what they're doing to basically advance the innovation gospel.
Of course. Well, see you, Jimmy, and thank you very much for your time. And see you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.